Hey team, great to see you. Thanks for joining me on my mat. We're going to do a nice little yoga flow today, get us feeling good, and nice little meditation as well. So start with coming to a nice easy seated position, so that can be on your knees and heels like this, okay, or if that's not available to you, nice cross-legged position, whatever's easier. Sit up nice and straight, nice deep breaths. Just use this moment to just center yourself, be really present. Nice big breath in and out. Just roll your shoulders nice and gently, get them warmed up. Sit up nice and straight. Have a bit of a twist, move where it feels good. Maybe kick your back a bit. Reach out in front, nice stretch. Nice and gentle. Okay, from here we're going to go into tabletop. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders, nice flat neutral back. Okay, we're going to go into a cat-cow flow, so as we breathe in, arch our back, head up, bum up. As we breathe out, tuck your chin in and up round your back. Breathe in. Lovely, and just go through this on your own breath. Cat-cow flow. A really nice one to mobilise your spine and warm your back up. Couple more breaths. And come back to neutral. Okay, from here we're just going to go into a nice little vinyasa flow just to warm us up, get some heat flowing. Okay, so come into a high plank position, push your feet back. Great one for building strength in our upper body. Push back, downward dog. Breathe in, come forwards. Drop down, chaturanga. If that's not available to you, you might decide just to go down on your knees. Okay, that's absolutely fine as well. Otherwise, full chaturanga, holding that bottom of the push-up position. Breathe in, upward dog. Push back, downward dog. And again, high plank. Drop down, chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Breathe in, high plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. If you can't quite do upward dog, that's fine. You might decide just to come onto your hands here, hips on the floor. Okay. If that's easy, then you can push onto your hands like so. If it's available to you, just your feet on the ground, maybe the tops of your feet, hips off the ground. Push back, downward dog. Walk your feet forwards and just hang in this forward fold, Uttanasana. Lovely stretch. This again, just move wherever it feels good. Imagine you're a big willow tree flowing in the wind. Might want to grab opposite elbows. From here, breathe in, roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and gently. Roll your shoulders back, stand up nice and straight. Just have a bit of a stretch again, move wherever it feels good, wherever you need it. Shoulders back, neck straight. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, create some space, nice flat back. Dive down, forward fold. Step back, high plank. Drop down, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward dog. Push back, downward dog. Forwards, high plank. Drop down, chaturanga. Upward dog. Push back, down dog. And walk your feet forwards. Just reach out to the left, to the right, move where it feels good. Breathe in, roll up nice and gently. Breathe in, mountain. Breathe out, dive down, forward fold. Halfway left. Drop down, Uttanasana. Breathe in, slightly quicker this time, up into mountain. Dive down, forward fold. Find high plank. Drop down, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward dog. Push back, down dog. In down dog, the most important thing is your back straight. So if you find your back's a bit rounded, bend your knees a bit, and that will hopefully allow you to straighten your back. We're working towards having straight legs and a nice straight back, but if we need to, bent knees are fine. Might want to pedal one leg at a time, stretch off your calves and hamstring. Let your left leg float up. Bring your knee to your nose, and then come into half pigeon with your left knee behind your left arm and your foot behind your right hand. Flatten your back right foot, drop down, lovely stretch here, half pigeon. For some of us this might be enough. If we need to, drop down. If you need more, reach out in front of you, head to the mat. Just working to your limit. Try and keep your hips nice and square, facing the mat. And breathe, nice deep breath. Okay, from here, push back into a three-legged downward dog. So left foot all the way off the ground. And then scorpion that dog, roll your hips over. But you're going to try and keep your shoulders facing the mat square if we can. Downward dog. Okay, switching sides now. Right leg floats up. Knee to nose, find your half pigeon. So we've got 3 levels, remember? High, medium, or all the way down. Just whatever works for you. Nice deep breaths in and out. As you breathe out, just try and sink a little bit lower. See if you can drop your hips ever so slightly more. Or maybe you can work your hands on your head further away, your head down. It's a really good stretch, this one. Great one for sports athletes like ourselves. Okay, push back, three-legged down dog. And scorpion that dog. And down dog. If you can, you're going to jump your feet up to the top of the mat. And forward fold. Just want you to grab your big toes, just have a nice stretch here. Just pull yourself down nice and gently. Soft knees, so not locked, but nice soft knees. From here, roll up into mountain as we breathe in. Stretch nice and high, breathe out, back bend. Breathe in, mountain. Breathe out, back bend. Breathe in, mountain. One last time, back bend. Breathe in, dive down as we breathe out. Step back, find high plank. From here, we're going to just bring our right foot up between our hands, okay? If you don't quite make it all the way up, just give yourself a bit of a hand, pull your foot up. Now, if you need to, you can drop that back knee down and flatten the foot. Otherwise, you're going to stay in this position, okay? Do a cat-cow flow in our lunge position from here. So, hands stay planted. Come up onto fingertips if you want, but hands stay in contact with the floor. As we breathe out, hips go back, toes come up, head goes down towards our knee. As we breathe in, hips go forward, head up. Breathe out, back. Breathe in. Really good one for our hips and hamstring this. Really nice stretch. Your own time as you breathe out, go back. As you breathe in, go forwards. See if you can sink a little bit deeper each time. A couple more breaths. Good, and hold it there. From there, left hand comes down. Okay, right hand's just going to float up, and we're going to open our body up as we look to our right knee, okay? Your gaze is going to follow your hand. 3, 2, 1. Fab, push back, down dog. Come forwards, high plank. Step your left foot up. Now you might find one side is more flexible than the other or stronger than the other. That's only normal. That's why we're doing our yoga, to adjust those imbalances. So exactly the same again. If you need to, drop that back knee down. Otherwise, on your toes, fingers if you need, or hands. Push back as we breathe out. As we breathe in, hips forward, toes down. In your own time. Just be aware of whether this feels easier or harder or the same to the other side. Yoga is a great way to address those imbalances. Just focus on your breath and how this feels in your hamstring here and in your right hip. Couple more breaths. From here, same as the other side, right hand down, left hand open up, gaze follows hand for 5, 3, 2, 1. Good, push back, down dog. Take a moment here, have a bit of a stretch if you need to. See if you can push your armpits down towards the ground, down towards the mat. Breathe in, come forwards, high plank. Drop down, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Push back, down dog. From here, let your knees come down. Back into our tabletop position. Cat-cow flow again, exactly the same. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, round your back. Breathe in, cow. Breathe out, round your back. Fab, and from there we're going to go into our child pose. So toes together, knees wide, head comes down to the mat and hands out in front. And just breathe there. The closer you have your knees, the easier it will be. So if you can't do that, bring your knees together and come down baby pose there, that's fine. Otherwise, knees apart, head down to the mat and breathe. I want you to hold that position. All you're going to do is just walk your hands out to the left. Okay, so head stays down, but everything's just going to shuffle over in your upper body. You should feel a nice little stretch down your right hand side. Okay, so head stays on the mat, hands stretching out towards the left. Nice deep breath. You want to keep your bum on your heels, so if your bum's rising up, just drop it down again. And come back to the middle. Just going to repeat on the other side, so hands out to the right. Remember to sit that bum on the heels. And walk your hands to the middle. From here you're going to rise up and just find your way into a nice easy seated position, and then legs straight out in front of you. Sit up nice and straight, shoulders back, looking forwards. Breathe in, arms come up. Breathe out, forward fold. We're looking to try and keep a nice straight back, so we don't want to round our back too much. See if you can keep your back a little bit straight. So it's not about how far you can go. If you've got any back pain or hamstring problems at all, you might just want to bend your knees a little bit more. And release, gently come back to seating. This time slightly different. We are going to round our back. You're going to see if you can grab your feet or your shins, or maybe some of you go beyond your feet. So breathe in, breathe out, go forwards as far as you can, and just hold that stretch there. Breathe out, gently release. Come back to seating. Okay, just shuffle forward ever slightly. Just gonna roll onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Just have a little roll here, forwards, backwards, left and right. Nice way to release our lower back. Okay, from here, you're just gonna release your right leg. Okay, keep your left leg hugged in. Right arm's gonna pull your left leg over. Create a nice stretch here. Arms go out into a T position. You're going to look towards your left hand. Nice deep breaths here. Try and keep your shoulders on the mat. Come back to hugging your knees in. Exactly the same on the other side. Release your left leg. Left leg brings the left hand brings the right leg over. Arms in T position, look towards your right arm. Come back to hugging our knees in. Okay, final relaxation pose. Got a couple of options here. Either you can come down into a reclining butterfly, so on your back, soles of your feet together and knees fall away from each other. Nice one to open up our hips. And just lie down like that. If you want to, you can do the kind of opposite. So feet apart, knees together, knees just fall in. Nice stretch like that. Or if you want to, you can just go into Shavasana. So corpse pose, just laying nice and flat, head down, and relax there. Whatever you fancy. I quite like reclining butterfly, so I'm going to use that. Just want you to use this moment, just reflect on your practice today. Tell yourself well done for making it to your mat. Well done for your efforts. Hopefully you feel good. Body feels stretched, feel a bit more relaxed. Nice deep breaths in and out. Every out breath you're going to see if you can just sink a little bit lower into the ground. We're going to do what's called a body scan now. So really simply, we're just going to imagine we've got a spotlight starting on our head, moving all the way down our body, just making us really aware of what's going on in our body. Focus on our breath the whole time. If we get distracted, just bring your focus back to your breath, whether it's in your chest or your stomach or somewhere else. So just starting with the top of our head, imagine there's a spotlight on the top of your head. Just relax your brow. As we move down, relax your eyes, your nose, your jaw muscles. Relax your neck. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your chest, your upper body, top of your back. Go down our arms. Just relax all your arm muscles. Switching off. Feeling nice and heavy. Our elbows, our forearms, our hands, our fingers. Just relaxing everything, making sure we're not clenched. Back to our chest, our abdomen, our lower back, nice and relaxed. Our pelvis, our hips, everything feeling nice and heavy, nice and relaxed. Going down our thighs, our glutes, our thighs, everything switching off. Our knees nice and relaxed. Our shins and our calves. Down into our ankles. Our feet, making sure we're not clenching our toes, everything nice and relaxed. Now just imagine you're focusing on your whole body. Everything nice and relaxed. A couple of deep breaths in. When you're ready, you're gently just going to sit up. Come into a nice seated position. We're going to start. Hands together. Namaste.